Hello everyone, today's workout is a 40-minute mat Pilates routine that engages our deep core muscles, our glutes and our hip muscles, and a little bit for the arms as well. You will need a resistance band as some of the exercises will be using the resistance band, and we are going to do 3 different sets of exercises with 4 exercises in each. So we're going to go 4, repeat that set, 4, repeat that set, 4 and repeat. It is low impact. We do a few standing exercises and a few on the mat, and it's great all-round routine. Beautiful, let's get started. So coming onto your mats, taking that wide stance position, toes slightly rotated outwards. We're coming to our bend. We're going to do a little pulse here and then stretching to the side. This time, see if you can do 2 pulses. Stretching to the side. Go down now and do 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to keep adding a pulse each time until we get to 10. So getting our quads working a little bit harder with these pulses. 4, I think that's up to 5. Good. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Going down for 7 pulses. 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful work. We're almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Should be feeling this through those thighs, through the quad muscle, and we go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Standing to the side of your mat, we do our single leg balance. So we take one leg back, we tip ourselves forward, bring that leg up and in. So repeating this one. You want a slight bend in that supporting leg to aid with your balance. And you're thinking about trying to keep your body straight, like a plank of wood. When that leg lifts up, chest comes forward. Beautiful work. So focusing on that single leg balance. Should start to feel the hip and the ankle of that supporting leg working hard. Beautiful work. 3, 2, and 1. Coming to the front of your mats now, into our squat position. We're going to bend down again, come into those calf raises, so those heel lifts, back down, up. Repeating this one, we're here for a minute. Remember as you squat down to try and keep your knees out to the side, so try and prevent them from collapsing in at all, which all looks like you're doing a very nice job of. And also sending that bottom backwards, so that way our knees stay in line, if not behind our toes. Good work. So we're engaging our deep calf muscle here with soleus, which is targeted more when we've got our knees bent as opposed to straight. Well done everyone. 15 seconds left. On your next squat down, see if you can hold it there. See if you can bring those heels up and down. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're coming up. All right, next one, we do our thoracic twists. So gently twisting to the side, bringing the feet so they're a hip distance apart. We stretch up into the calf raise and down. So twist, twist, bend, and stretch. Twist, twist, bend, stretch. Remember when you come onto your toes to try and put the weight through the ball of the foot and the second toe. So try and prevent those feet from rolling outwards. Just take the deep, the squat however deep as feels good for you. I know I've got a little bit of bending and stretching in this morning's class. 10 seconds left here. That heart rate should be going a little bit faster now. Good, okay. Beautiful work. We're going to repeat those 4 exercises. When you're ready, we come into our wide stance, toes slightly angled outwards, and we go with our pulse. So 1 pulse first, and stretching. 2 pulses. Stretch. 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Really sink your weight back through those heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good job, everyone. 5, 6, and 7. We are almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure you're still pulling that belly button up to your core, so one up to the back. So we're engaging the core. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we've got 1 more. Really go a bit deeper for this, or as deep as you can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good work. Okay, turning to the side of the mat. When you're ready, going into that single leg arabesque on the other side now. So we extend the leg back behind us. We tip our body forward as the foot reaches long behind and bringing back. Really focusing on maintaining our balance. Remember, you want your body to be like 1 plank of wood, 1 line. We're keeping our eye line a few centimeters, maybe half a meter from the top of the mat. We're thinking about our shoulders as well, peeling them away from our ears. Well done, everybody. Really try and squeeze that back leg. Make it as tight as you can. Straight knee. For the back leg, that is. Our supporting leg has a bend in it. We're almost there. 5 seconds left. Good work. Quick little shake out of the hips. And when you're ready, coming into those squats and heels. So feet wide again, toes pointed out. We bend down, we lift those heels down and up. Good. like I was saying before, in our squat position, so you can really send that bottom back, keep the knees behind the toes when you go to squat down. So as opposed to coming down like this, you're really sending the bottom back, shoulders and knees staying where they are. Well done, everyone. Keep going. We have 20 seconds left on your next squat. See if you can hold down. And we lift those heels up and down. Good, controlling the ankles, nice and slow. 3, 2, and 1, standing up. Beautiful, walking those feet in so they're hip distance apart. And when you're ready, we rotate to the side, rotate to the other side, bend and stretch and reset. So really getting our upper back mobility through this sequence. Getting rid of any stiffness that may be sitting there. Keep the breath flowing. You might hear yourself breathing a little bit heavier as the body warms up. This is our last standing exercise. And we have 25 seconds left. Remember, with those calf raises, really coming onto the balls of the foot, trying to control for your balance. Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering yourself down. Good job, everyone. Give a quick shake of those hips, maybe a roll of the ankles, whatever movement feels nice. Walk out of the feet, and when you are ready, we are coming onto our mats. So we have our mat series now. Grabbing your band, we're going to slip them around the knees, starting with some clams. So set yourself up first, and when you're all ready, with that band tied around the knees, we are going to start with our regular classic clam. So heels together, we draw that knee up and down. Really trying to squeeze it at the top. Another thing to think about with this exercise is the fact that you don't have to bring that knee all the way to inwards or to the other knee. You might stop so it's more so in line with that hip, especially if you feel like you get quite tight through that upper hip complex. Keep going. Remember, we're trying to get that outer hip muscle engaged. See if you can squeeze at the top, hold it there, and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Bringing yourselves up, stretching out that knee if you can. We are going to go into side stretch, and then really press yourself up using your tricep. So we're gonna really try and focus on the tricep here. We bend down, press up. Try and make yourself dead weight, or really nice and heavy as it comes back up. We try and maintain a space between the shoulder and the ear as well. And our neck is in line with the rest of the body. Obviously also keeping our shoulders mobile in this exercise. We're here for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okay, lying back down in your clam position. Moving on to a clam variation now. So we're going to draw that foot or that leg up parallel and then tapping the heels up and down. So it comes up nice and straight, the knee stays where it is as we touch those heels together and back down. Beautiful work. Keep going. Really try and focus on engaging those outer hip muscles as you draw up. We also have our belly on. We haven't talked about our belly much in today's class yet, but drawing that belly button into the spine. We're here for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay. Stretching that lower leg out now, placing the top leg bent and behind. You can keep the band on, but if it's a bit of a hindrance or in the way, you can take it off. And we're just pulsing that bottom leg up and down. So trying to engage the inner thigh with this one. Same principles for setup. I do find if I am slightly rotated so that those hips aren't completely stacked, they're a little bit rotated, then it's a bit easier to get that leg lift. We keep the breath flowing and we keep the core tight. Should start to feel that through those adductor muscles. We're here for 15 more seconds. Keep going. Doesn't matter if the lifts are only small. It is hard to get range in this position. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okay, we roll onto the other side when we're ready. Lying down. Fix those bands up if you need to, so they're nice and tight around the knees, ensuring our heels are in line with our hips, in line with our shoulders, resting our head on our arm for support. And when you are all ready, we go into our clam on the other side. So what I was saying before when we were doing this is that you don't need to necessarily bring those knees all the way in together. Sometimes it feels more comfortable if you just drop that knee back in so it's level with the hip. Really squeeze that bottom. Want it nice and tight. Make sure that hip isn't rotating backwards and forwards. You can put your hands on your hip if you need to feel for that movement. Good. Now let's hold the next clam at the top. We hold and we do little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, resting down. Okay, bring yourselves up now. We're going into that side bend. Again, really trying to focus on the tricep. So we dip down, we bring that elbow to the mat, stretch that arm over, and really press yourself up through that arm. So we're trying to make that arm on the mat do all the work here. You might not feel much from 1 or 2, but by the minute, hopefully you're feeling that tricep doing some good work. Well done, everyone. Keep going. Very nice work. Might start to feel it now through that arm. If not, try and imagine like you're a magnet attached to your mat and you're pulling the magnet apart. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Lying back down for our clam variation now. Same setup as before, ensuring our core is nice and tight. We bring that leg up so it's parallel to the other. Touch those heels in, back up, and down. So trying to hold the knee in place. And we lift that leg up and touch those heels together. Beautiful work. A little bit of extra challenge with the resistance bands, but it's always nice to give our body something new. Really getting those deep hip muscles, the deep external rotators to engage with this one, helping to create hip stability, helping to keep that hip joint in its socket. Ten more seconds. Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Okay, when you're ready, last one in our sideline position. You're going to bend that top leg, straighten the bottom one, potentially roll that top hip a little bit further back, and then pulsing that bottom leg up and down. Remember, trying to engage the inner thigh here. Really try and squeeze all those muscles in that lower leg so it's nice and tight. Remember to keep our bellies on. You'll feel this more so up towards the groin in the high part of our inner thigh. Again, don't worry about getting that leg high off the mat at all. Even if it lifts off just 10 or 20 centimeters, that's enough range. Good work, everyone. 15 more seconds left here. Keep those pulses going. Really feel that inner thigh. Good job. And resting down. Beautiful work. Have a sit up when you're ready. We are going to take those bands off. We've got one more set of exercises to go. Now, you may keep your bands as a loop, or you might like to unloop it. We're going to lie down, loop it around one foot, and come into our banded leg exercises. So stretching it down and up. Really engaging that core, facilitating the leg with the band as it comes down to the mat. And then pulling it up nice and high, getting a bit of a hamstring stretch at the top. Option to progress this if you like. is bringing that second leg in tabletop. So this one's really going to challenge stability. It's going to turn on the core a little bit more. Pick the variation that feels good for you. Remember that everything should be nice and still besides that leg that's moving directly up and down. We exhale as the leg comes down. Inhale as it comes up. Beautiful work. 3, 2, and 1. And lowering down. We're going to sit ourselves up, coming straight into our seated rows. So keep the band looped around both feet, draw those elbows back, and then releasing forward. You might have a slight bend in your knees if it's too much of a stretch on your hamstrings. This one isn't about lengthening out, it's about trying to engage our scapula or our shoulder blade muscles to help them retract and to prevent forward rounded shoulders. Draw those hands into your waist, and as you do so, imagine that waist drawing away from the hands. So they both come in together and then relax. Well done, we've got 10 seconds left here. Three, 2, and 1. Beautiful. You can either put that band back around your knees if it's already tied. If it's untied, then you can just leave it to the side, whatever is easiest. We are coming into our knee drops. So variation 1, both feet on the ground. We take one knee out to the side at a time. That band's obviously going to make it a little bit more challenging. Good. Now remember with this one, we want the hips to remain square. Same with the one knee that we are keeping still. So all those 3 points, both hips and one knee, are pointing up to the ceiling. So this one demands a lot of stability, a lot of control through those hips, through our core. Take it nice and slowly. And you should feel this one engaging that outer glute as the knee drops down to the mat. Back up. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Resting there. We're going to come straight into a bridge. We bridge up. We're going to peel those knees out, back in, and down. So again, similar to our last exercise, still targeting that outer glute complex, the outer hip muscles, but also engaging the big glute max as we thrust our hips up and hold. Remember to really sink your belly into the mat before you lift the hips. So make sure those hips are rotating towards you. And then lowering down from the upper back through to the lower back, followed lastly by the tailbone. Well done, everyone. 20 seconds left here. Keep going. On the next bridge, see if you can hold it up. We've got only 10 seconds remaining. We open those knees and close and repeat here for 3, 2, and 1, and lowering down. Beautiful work. Okay, we're repeating those 4 exercises, and then that is the end of today's class. So looping the band around your other foot, going on to those single leg drops. So fix your bands up so they're suitable. Remember that this is option 1, and option 2 is bringing that other leg into that tabletop position. We inhale to prepare. We exhale as we lower that leg down, and inhale as it comes up. Try and keep those belly muscles flat, or try and avoid them from doning or popping up as that leg lowers. So I know it's hard with the breath, but there's always lots to think about in Pilates. Well done, everybody. 10 seconds left here. So really trying to get that deep core activated. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. When you're ready, sitting up to go into our seated rows. So band is looped around both feet now. A little bit. Thumbs pointing to the roof as elbows draw back and relax. The core is working just as much in this one as those shoulder blades. Beautiful work. Really nice posture. So really think about drawing the shoulder blades together as those elbows come back. Good work. Squeezing nice and tight. Belly activated. We're here for 10 more seconds. Keep the band low. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Band comes back around the knees. I'm pretty sure we all had that there before. When we did this exercise, we come onto the mats for our knee drops. So when you're all set up and ready, making sure that the hips are square, one knee stays exactly where it is as other drops out and comes back in. Repeating with the other side. If you want to challenge this one, seeing as it's our second last exercise, you can bring both legs into tabletop and try it from this position. So this is going to require a little bit more control to keep all those 3 points facing up to the ceiling. Beautiful work, everyone. Really focusing. Our mind is working hard to tell the body what to do to keep that center controlled and still. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1. Lowering those legs down, coming straight into our bridges. Very last exercise for today. We lift those hips up. Make sure you squeeze those glutes nice and tight, drawing the legs out, in and down. Remembering that we are pressing our backs nice and flat into the mat before we lift those hips off, and then rolling down from the middle back, followed by the lower back, followed by the tailbone. Well done, everyone. So for the last 30 seconds, you can either keep doing this, otherwise we're going to hold that bridge up and we're going to just do our outs and ins with those knees. Off we go. Pick what feels good for you. So this position will get those glutes firing a little bit more. There's no chance for them to relax. Keep those hips in place. Don't let your bottom lower. Our pubic bone's drawn up to the belly button. We keep that space small. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Lowering down. Great, that is all for today's class. I hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to check out some of the other videos and some shorter clips of this class to do a bit of mix and matching.